On Monday, President Sarkozy delivered blunt remarks in a speech at Columbia University in New York City. He said no single country can run the world and urged the United States to pass financial regulations to avoid another near collapse of the world's financial system.
And I say to you, don't lag behind your president when it comes to regulation, when it comes to defending the environment, when it comes to listening to others. Because in this world of ours, the world of the 21st century, we cannot afford to have the world's #1 power not being open to the rest of the world.
But at the White House on Tuesday, the two men sought to dispel speculation about a rift, with President Obama referring to President Sarkozy as his friend.
Over the past year, the President and I have worked closely on numerous occasions. We respect one another and understand one another, and we share a belief that through bold yet pragmatic action, our generation can bend the arc of history towards justice and towards progress.
Mr. Sarkozy, speaking through an interpreter, said his relationship with Mr. Obama has been close.
His word is his bond, and that is so important. There's a joke among us, we don't like surprises. Well, from that point of view, there's no surprises. When he can, he delivers. When he can't, he says so. So there are no surprises.
The two leaders discussed Afghanistan, where France currently has almost 4,000 troops and military trainers. Earlier, White House spokesman Robert Gibbs had said President Obama would make no specific request for France to increase its numbers. President Sarkozy called success in Afghanistan crucial to U.S., French, and European security.
We have to have the courage to go to the end of our strategy and explain that there is no alternative strategy.
The discussions included Iran's nuclear ambitions and its defiance of demands to halt uranium enrichment. President Obama said he hopes to get a decision on new UN sanctions within weeks.
The door remains open if the Iranians choose to walk through it, but they understand very clearly what the terms of a diplomatic solution would be. And in the interim, we are going to move forcefully on a UN sanctions regime.
On the Middle East, President Sarkozy condemned Israeli settlement in territory seized in the 1967 war, and he praised U.S. involvement in peace efforts. He also visited Capitol Hill, where he was briefed on steps the U.S. Congress is taking to reform financial regulations. Meanwhile, Mrs. Sarkozy visited an elementary school in Washington, D.C., and read a famous story to the children about Madeline, an American girl who lived in an old house in Paris. It was a light note to a serious day. Dan Robinson, VOA News, the White House.
Madeleine, we would say in French.